All of you know that International Forum for Promoting Homeopathy is conducting regular webinar since last 1,314 days. And today, our guest is Dr. Banu Prakash from Bangalore, and he has completed his MS, MCH, NS, PGIMR, and OBS BNI from USA. And he is a neurosurgeon, brain, spine, nerve, karma, preventive, holistic, eco-effective at Satya Yoga. And he has uh, completed surgical training at PGI Chandigarh, did observership at Barrow Neurosurgical Institute of Skull and uh, based vascular pediatric functional DBS VNS spine X Life. He even visited City of Hope, where research work is being done in neuromedicine for brain tumors and robotic surgery. Had done extensive and neurosurgery like vascular aneurysm, clipping, AVM extraction, trauma, pediatric, onco, skull-based CVG, spine infection, microsurgical, functional, stereotypic, endoscopic, ventricular, and sphenoidal, epilepsy surgeries, stereostatic surgeries, research in neurosurgery, spinal fissures, and operated my father, nephew with a good outcome and functional prevention, especially oncological cases with total maximum resection holistically. He has performed 5 demonstrations. He has done a live demonstration of surgery of lateral skull base workshop. With pediatric surgery, the immense responsibility and magnitude of outcome years of benefits by global surgical decision and technique has great satisfaction. He has worked in Apollo Narayana Vidyalaya. He has a teaching experience. He has been teaching MCH, DNB, neurosurgery, MR, MS pediatric at various medical colleges and government private corporates. He has published many books on surgical and neurosurgical skills. Anyway, let us welcome Dr. Banu Prakash for this session. And today, Doctor will be presenting about universal health. Please. Our guest is about to join. Please wait for a while. As you all know, Dr. Banu Prakash has presented many papers on this forum, and
hello, sir.
Yes, today, sir will be discussing about universal health. And last time, we have a wonderful presentation from Dr. Banu Prakash on a different subject, that is global medicine. And he has presented some of the papers also. With all the papers were really excellent. The one was Heaven, Human Love, and Let Love Be the New World Order. A healthcare provider perspective. So many different subjects were discussed for the um, intention of making aware about what is happening in and around the world. So let us welcome Dr. Banu Prakash for this wonderful evening to share his experience as well as knowledge to our people. Welcome, Doctor.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. Sorry for being late. Just now I saw a police inspector with very uncommon symptoms, which would be more relevant to the topic today, which I am speaking. What is happening in the world? We spoke about the decentralized health, our health being in our mind, our attitude, and next we spoke about the global health, about what are the global perspectives that are affecting our health and other things. Now today I chose the topic of universal health because there are few things which came up over between the last presentation to this day, which made me think about health as a universal concept rather than just a pertaining to our world. So when we look at this aspect, what I felt was we all need to be inquisitive at least, or be accommodative for different possibilities and concepts in this world. Because there are many people who are still challenging me about the genocide, which is specific for African genetic people through the COVID virus. And I've been trying to explain it to them, and I've been trying to convince them, be it the people in authorities or even my medical friends and other people. So, given that difficulty which I go through, then what I feel is somewhere we need to understand that it is a continuum, the mind, matter, and energy continuum. We need to understand wherein Einstein said E equals mc square. So, with that perspective, when energy can be converted to matter and matter to energy, then how much um, accommodative and inclusive we should be of different forms of energy. Uh, when it comes to that, we need to understand the concept of human psychology, because psychology is pure thought and the energy of the thought. Because many a times we have seen psychosomatic diseases and conversion disorders wherein a person with just his belief, thinking that he has seizures, he would throw a fit, he would should have abdominal pain, he would have severe fever. So, what is the psychology behind the whole world, and then behind the whole universe? So, as I sort of started digging into what is true, what is false in life, uh, I was perplexed with the dilemma among the debate between different groups of people still about whether the earth is flat or earth is round. And when it comes to that, there are few interesting concepts which say that which made me even feel that the earth might be flat also. So in that way, even health is a perspective. uh, Somebody who's feeling very much healthy, if he just does a scan, he might find major cancers or major diseases. And somebody who is just exhausted or very as about the today's patient of policeman, he's so exhausted, he's so having tremors, he's having weakness, numbness, and burning sensation, but none of the scans are revealing anything. Then what is the other uh, realm of perspectives which we are missing? So when we look at that, I just gave a hint of directed energy weapons and targeted torture, which are energy fields like microwaves, or even low molecular weight, low energy, low frequency radiations, and even including the microwaves and even the mobile radiation. All these things being used to scan us. Or I recently read an article which said about the Wi-Fi devices does something like a ultrasound and Doppler scan of the room, and gives information to the person who is hacking it or who is studying it, who all are there in the room, what all they're talking, and they can record. So with such sort of a surveillance world we are living in, we need to be inclusive of some of the newer concepts. So coming to the concept of global health, I said about the psychology being the important thing, the attitude of living together with each other, with other species of animals and birds and plants, and loving each other, allowing them to live. So live and love and let love concept. Now coming to the next level of universal health, we need to expand that to different interplanetary species. Why I'm treading into this concept of aliens or interplanetary species is because when I started digging into the COVID, the Illuminati, and all the various these things, I felt somewhere there are multiple mentions about alien technology helping the human beings in the world, in this earth, for many generations. It has been like what history we have been taught might not be the truthful history. Human civilization is mainly maybe thousands and millenniums older in on this earth, and there have been multiple ice ages, like from the dinosaurs level, which were eliminated by an ice age. There were giant human beings who were living on this world, who were also eliminated by an ice age or a worldwide volcanic eruption. And then a new start of the civilization was helped by alien species, is the concept. Let us take it as a uh, truth, as I mean, one part would be truth, and one part would be an imagination. Imagination, sorry about my cough. Imagination would be just a thought in the mind of people who have written the history. See, definitely it is not a 100% science of carbon dating and the archaeology. It is lot left to the interpretation of the person who is giving us the information. So when there is lot of human bias, there is lot of perception and psychological aspect in it. So given that, we need to understand the two extreme points. Hello, Tampi sir. The two extreme points is, one is the fact being truth, and second is the fact being an imagination of the human beings. So let us analyze in both the ways and then come to a conclusion. So if we think of, maybe if I can share some of the slides, I can show you some of the things, my photos. I created an album for this
Yes, sir, you
presentation.
can share, sir.
Okay.
You are a co-host, so that you can share.
Okay. So there is a saying that the map which is shown for us, okay, I'll have to add again all the things, I think. Okay. See, the globe which we see, the Earth map we see on a flat paper, is so distorted, they say, because here what we say is the Africa being such a huge continent, and when you put when if you see a globe also you can get it in the globe, the North America and the European and Russia are very small countries because they are more towards the Arctic region on this upper surface of the thing. But when they project it on the paper, they project it so much that the North America and Europe are big countries, while Africa and India and other countries are smaller. But in comparison, Africa is a huge continent, and even South America is a huge continent as compared to. Are you seeing the map?
Yes, yes, the
Okay.
goody,
So this is
goody
homology. Okay. So this is the first bias, the lie they are teaching us. They are teaching us that the Western world is a huge world. It is very strong and which is. But when you look at the population map, see, India has a sizable population, and as compared to Africa, it has a very less population. Even South America has a lesser population. China has huge, and North America and Europe has higher population. So the population to land proportion is varied, and but when there is another projection onto the flat paper, this is the actual size projection to the flat paper. So when you look at this, this is what is the distortion that happens. The regular map shows Europe and North America as big, but the actual map shows Africa and South America are larger continents. So this sort of a bias is very much evident in our what we call day-to-day knowledge of science also. So when we have such concepts, uh, we need to look into the truth behind everything. Why was the projection map? Was it just for a convenience, or was it to project something? So let us buy the globe and teach the children with the globe, not with a paper map. That is one we can do a correction. Sorry. Then coming to the families which are ruling us, this is one I got wherein it says the Roman Empire has a Gandaberunda, what we call the Freemasonry has the same logo, even the Nazis have the same logo, Russians have the same logo, and incidentally, Odears of Mysore also had the same logo. So, and there is a what we call story which says that the Odears were came from Gujarat. So people, the Aryan, I mean, migration happened through the Middle East, Gujarat, the Kutch region into the Gujarat area. So somewhere everything is interrelated. Everything is evident, but we need to connect the dots. That is what we need to know. And these are some of the symbols of uh, the Freemasonry, and we need to know the CIA. See, the psychological uh, lie that they create to make us believe something is called a psychological operation, a lie which they create. So this is the different projects of CIA, which are like Bluebird, Bluebeam, and MK Ultra, Project Monarch, Chaos. I mean, you can read Mockingbird. When you look at all these projects, then you'll understand how much of truthful knowledge we are being given and how much of things are happening in the background. So when we look at all these things, we'll realize that definitely there is a lot of things that are happening behind. So uh, so this is still the global aspect. One second, I'll have to add few more slides. So when we look at these things, if I open now, if I can't just open directly, I'll have to add it to the sharing concept and then it'll add. So this is another presentation which by one person which said that the correlation between the symbolisms in the world compared to the brain anatomy. There is a cardiac surgeon in Bangalore who says brainism. What is brainism? He says brain itself is God. Gods are imaginations created by our brain. So this symbolism of a beetle is in the optic radiations and which is correlating with the anatomy and the MRI scan. So the symbolism of a ram's horn, which is popular symbol in Egypt, is corresponding to the brain sections. So, and when you start looking at all these things, the symbolism of a beetle with the cranial vault, or comparing the Ganesha with the section of a human, I mean, what is called the eyes and face on the pawns, the medulla as the trunk of the Ganesha. And then all these things, see, this is the symbol of a bird from the um, Egyptian, and that is the midbrain and the medulla oblongata. So when you look at all these correlations and see somebody, the same part of the brain, the midbrain, pons, and medulla, has been shown as a bird also, has been shown as a serpent also. So it all depends on what you see, because The bird and the serpent is a major concept because the Naga family of Dravidians or Indians is called the snake descendants, or maybe this is the same as the reptilian alien forms which the uh, Illuminati is projecting as aliens. And the bird forms are the Anunnaki forms, what they call the eagle or the double-headed Gangaberunda forms. So this is what they call the Anunnaki. Anunnaki are supposed to be the inhabitants of one planet called Nibiru, and the Naga forms are supposed to be the inhabitants of one more planet called VP 113. So when you correlate, maybe those interplanetary species or beings created a sense of technological advance for the humans in India, on Earth, and then came the other forms of the goddesses, which are being correlated, and the uterus being correlated with the uh, and then, so when you look at all these things, somewhere we need to understand that the brain, the knowledge, the imagination, and you look at the, when it comes to Christianity, you look at the Renaissance and all these things. So there needs to be something which is true, even though let us consider these facts as true for a short while, and then I'll show you the other concepts of. Sorry, I didn't upload them all together because mm, this is one thing. Okay, I'll upload them everything so that. Okay. So this is one. What do you say? Concept wherein the it says about the Sumerian, what we call the civilization, which was building all these pyramids, and they used to say that they had a technology to melt the rocks and then cast it into, so that different shapes or different sizes to fit it into jigsaw puzzle or create sculptures out of huge rocks. And there is a correlation between the Great Flood in all religions, in all be it Christianity, Islam, or even Mayan civilization or Hindu civilization, everything. So this is all a correlation of that. And they say that this planet 9 or planet Nibiru is the species of the Anunnaki, and VP 113 was the species of the Igigi. So what we had, the concept of 2012 doomsday, probably the planet VP 113 came closest to the Earth, and at that point we had some influence by them. So this is another sort of doomsday which is being played out tomorrow, when there is a solar eclipse across US, and this is again about the COVID, the injections, and correlating with the waves after the injection vaccine rollout, and then so ultimately, I mean, there is one middleman, Bill Gates, which he comes into India and goes out. Every time the day he's going out, I get a message that he was in India. Maybe next time I need to know it before so that I can meet him or challenge him. And the symbolism of the royal families have a lot of hidden agenda and hidden ancestry, which even the hieroglyphics in the stones can tell us. So now the pictures are over, so you'll have to see me only. So what I wanted to tell was, if we they say that from Homo erectus, evolution from a monkey to a human being who was able to stand to Homo sapiens. It was a giant leap in evolution, they say. So this leap was made by interplanetary beings coming to this world and creating a genetic engineering hybridization, which created probably giant humans who lived for a few centuries or millenniums on this earth, and then they vanished, and to bring in a next race of our sized humans. So when we in that giant Inunaki species from Nibiru Island, they brought in slaves called Igigi. So probably the African origin is from these Igigi species, and the European origin is from this Inunaki because they believe in the bird, the eagle, and the African tribes, some are more reptilian, more believe in the snake family. There's also another concept which says that the snake depiction itself is the genetic depiction, not just the reptilian concept. So whatever it is, the global fight for supremacy by using COVID virus or even the hard technology, weather warfare, and even radiation like directed energy weapons and airborne lasers. All these things is now being projected into an interplanetary fight between species of different planets. So even if it is interspecies, and even if Earth is the experimental ball for those interplanetary beings to create hybrids of both, to create so that harmony establishes between them. So let us understand, let us relish the differences. Let us rejoice the differences. Let us understand that we are a golden opportunity on this earth to create harmony between interplanetary species. When you look at the goal, this goal, then we have huge responsibility on our shoulders to be inclusive of others' thoughts, inclusive of others' mindsets. When it comes to mindset, I feel the hatred is a genetic memory of probably the events of the past over the many millenniums of years between the interplanetary species and between the what I call the species which are living on this earth. So when you look at all these things, uh, then I would feel we need to act more responsibly to inspire even the not only humans, not only the animals on this world, the other species in this world, but also interplanetary species or aliens. There is also a concept saying that aliens is a hyphen lie ends. So it is just a lie. It is probably an imagination. Probably all these alien theory was just made in the brains of some civilization who could put it into that perspective, because many a times I feel God is also a crutch. God is a crutch for those people who don't have hope in life. So we need not whatever is the wrong that is happening in this world is also will be over after some time. So let us think in that way and be hopeful. Similarly, whatever is the forces which would want to create a depopulation on this earth, which would create many more viruses, many more famines, many more uh, weather warfare, or even what we call targeted torture by directed energy weapons, or even when I mean, I would come back to today's patient, all scans normal, all tests normal, still having severe pain, burning, and not even able to pass urine. He's having urinary retention. He's finding it difficult, and he's not sleeping for the past 1 month. What is his? When you look at the his psychology, what is his karma? What is the karma of him? Or is he being targeted by, he has done tests for all sorts of poisons also, lead, mercury, cadmium, arsenic, everything negative, and all infections negative. So is he being targeted from by directed energy weapons? Is the technology of Earth, or is the technology alien? Or is the technology, so if I mean, so initially we accepted that everything is alien. Now coming to the point that everything is imaginary, created in our own mind. So probably recently I got to know about few facts that the Arctic and Antarctic ice caps are covering up so much of extensive advanced technological past on this earth. The previous civilizations, previous races or species of humans who lived on this earth. So let us truthfully understand everything. For that, let us become truthful. So there starts the journey of health of oneself, family, society, state, nation, country, then world, and then the universe. There's another parallel concept which says that the whole universe is a creation of human mind, because humans are the supreme powers on this in this universe. So I say that nobody is supreme, nobody is inferior. Everything is a continuum. Everything is, we are interrelated. So when it comes to that, yesterday we had a RM Verma oration. RM Verma sir was a senior neurosurgeon from Himans, and he hails from Travancore royal family. So his generation is becoming three generations of neurosurgeons. Him, his son, and his grandson also. So we have such great legacy. Let us relish the legacy. Let us relish the differences. Let us relish and rejoice it, and make it a happy occasion. Because when it comes to the interracial fight, the spring which comes in March, end of March and beginning of April, is celebrated by the festival of Ranga Panchami. Ranga Panchami is the Panchami, the day when there is full bloom, there are multiple colors. But what they say is the Aryan race which came killed the Dravidian race, Holika, and they started representing, twisting the Ranga Panchami, a happy celebration, into a distorted Manuwadi mindset of women in slavery or women destruction. So why women destruction is because woman is the native energy. The immigrants were only males. So such sort of concepts we need to truly understand. What I'm speaking is what I understood as the truth. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it might have a different perspective altogether, because we never lived in that timeline, or we maybe we need to do a time travel and understand it. But even if it is that way, can't we change? Can't we make it better? Can't we bring in back Ranga Panchami rather than the suffering of a woman being gang raped after consuming alcohol and then being burnt alive? Or can we, let that be a remembrance, not to create such incidents, because such incidents happen this holy occasion. So let us learn from the past. The learning from the past happens when we are open to everything, open to the concepts of life, open to the concepts of truth. So let us understand the concepts as verbatim somebody says, and also analyze it critically. Maybe it is true, and let us understand in the whole spectrum of black and white, all shades of gray, what all possibilities, irrespective of all the shades of gray. Let us make it a better future. Let us make it a better, let us make ourselves better human beings in future. So let us be happy. I have been, as I told you, I have been suffering with high sugars and some stress issues, and I have been evolving myself to avoid allopathic medicines, to heal myself with intermittent fasting and urine therapy, and even mindfulness, the meditation, and other things. And I have achieved to a significant extent. So until unless we put ourselves, grill ourselves into doing this, we will not be able to establish health across the universe. So let us be healers of. So when Tampi sir introduced me to urine therapy, it was Universal Urine Users Union. So now I've thought that maybe universal, we need to assure the union of, I mean, the goodwill for the whole universe, the health for the whole universe. Uh, so let us be an universal organization of healthy living for all the interplanetary species, either truly or imaginarily. But if at all it's our imagination, we have the heaven on with us itself, on this earth. Let us create a truthful world and a heaven on this earth in our own lifetimes. We let us not the major concept of the depopulation mafia, the Illuminati and other mafia, is to create a world for their own genetic people in the next generations. What I feel is we need to create the heaven for ourselves now itself. So now let us be that heavenly gods ourselves, inculcate that godliness in us, and we inspire others to be gods, and ensure that the satanic thoughts are uh, what we call uh, counseled and compassionately uh, confined just to the occasional mindset rather than the prevalent depopulation mafia mindset. So let us heal the world, let us heal the universe, let us join this, let us do this together so that we are all happy in and achieve the uh, heavenly bliss in our lifetimes. Thank you, sir. I would like to know others' opinion and suggestions about it.
Definitely, this is what a doctor has to do. We will have to work together to bring the people, not only in India or in a state, but we will have to unite the people around the world. That is what is your objective, not only your objective, that shall be and that should be and that must be the objective of our WHO itself. But unfortunately, we are not reaching that level. This is what anyway WHO will consider all these part, and they will work for the betterment of people around the world by uniting all, but utilizing all the systems that works for the people. This is what I would like to add to this session. Let us go directly to discussion. I invite Dr. Sri Thambi Nagarjuna sir to begin the session. And those who want to participate in discussion can come out with your videos, or you can raise your hand so that we will allow you to have a chat with Dr. Banu Prakash. Welcome, Thambi sir.
Thank you very much. Om Namah Shivaya. Dr. Banu, the Karma Yoga is on stream because I was in Wayanad last a couple of days for meeting the victims who were attacked by the wild animals. But when I gone to the core, what I understand, the people who were killed by the animals were the particular enemies of that animals. No, I was astonished. I was wondering because I went into the deep forest. So for alasing me is some of the Adivasis cultivation, these animals never destroy. By bypassing that, coming, putting big trees on the electrical fencing, damaging, coming inside to the peoples, because they were doing harmful things by firing, putting this so many shorts and all. So they're making enmity instead of creating gratitude. In this
See,
world, yeah, everybody can live together, as it is told in a DOS, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endosulfan. All these we can make through gratitude. Instead, we are selfish and killing. And another wonderful thing, now I am working more on cannabis and opium. Cannabis can do wonders. If I think I had sent a study report for bringing water to Bangalore and taking all the heavy metals from the earth just to plant the hemp trees. Hemp can bring wonders. Not only everybody is abusing and telling hemp is killing. No, only the sulfuric acid made synthetic drugs are killing the people, abusing the people. This original hemp industry can make all our world a paradise. That is why these crooks, these crooks monopolizing Afghanistan and such places and making billions out of it. They want to use it for negative intent by war and all. Actually, the Karma Yoga is making its own creation. So if you have got gratitude and happiness, you will become rich. No need of money richness, mental richness. So there will not be any disease for you. That is what I experienced through the urine therapy and the cannabis and the curcumin and all now. So I am very happy, and the patients who are approaching us also very happy. Before, instead of treating, I used to tell, be simple. But what is the achievement? You creating so many 6 stories building, 10-story building. Ultimately, if you can't sleep, what is the use? So, and the life is very temporary. Maximum you are living for 100 years. So why you are worried about the next generation, your third generation, fourth generation? Live for present and be happy. That is what the Karma Yoga is. Thank you very much. A nice presentation. The doctors may not understand immediately, but after they will go through it. Thank you very much.
Regarding these animals, we think that the animal brain is small, but actually, when you look at the brain in the skull compared to the neurons in the gut has as equal or more number of neurons. When you look at the gut of huge animals, there might be much more neurons in their gut than what is the amount of brain they have. So probably their gut instinct or the gut brain is the what we call the gut mind, if you can say, is much more stronger and much more intelligent than we trivial humans. So that is why they are integrated in nature. They live in nature. They enjoy the sun, and sun bathing is the biggest thing. Recently,
And their digestive system is also very strong. Anything they can consume. And one more thing, we are giving all waste to the cows, and we are eating cow dung and urine, and we are eating the best food. Our waste, nobody can even smell. See the difference. So nature is very much gratitude. We should have the gratitude.
So off late, I've been doing nude sunbath on the terrace. Which the day I don't do, I feel less energetic about in myself. So that is the most cheapest, easiest, healthy medicine I think anybody can have. So we need to create awareness for that.
But the crooks are very smart to create vitamin D hospitals.
Dr. Neha Kakar, do you want to speak to Dr. Banu Prakash, sir? Yes.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, hello, sir. Yeah, it was a very nice presentation where you talked about the evolution of health from the starting of the human species when they came into, they become conscious of what is health about. So you explained very nicely the lineage of it, how it's come up to this stage, and now the future stands ahead of us, and obviously we need to treat everything holistically and taking everything as a whole, what homeopathy advocates. Like, we have to take we have to treat the organism as a whole, and also containing all the other plants and animals together, because the universal energy or the vital force which we say is only one for everyone, for the plants, for the animals, for humans. And this vital force, when it gets deranged, that is the thing we need to get treated. So obviously homeopathy integrates the basic principles of yoga into itself. And we need to walk in this path. Even the modern system of medicine also needs to recognize the fact that everything is one around us, and we all are affected by the changes which are occurring in the environment, or in the oceans, or in the air, or in the sky, or earth, soil, everything, whatever that is getting polluted, it's ultimately affecting us. So we need to take care of every single aspect of the environment, and also of the animals also, because we are interdependent. They are also dependent on us, and we are also dependent on them. So the future lies in that. And homeopathy is a system which can walk on that path only. And if we incorporate every aspect of yoga, even ayurveda, homeopathy, and also the good aspects of the modern medicine, and integrate everything and move forward, we can create a healthier and a better world, obviously.
True, ma'am.
Yes.
So the concept of healthier world to a healthier universe.
Yes.
Yes. So maybe we need to heal the enmity between interplanetary species also. Probably humans
Yes.
have that major responsibility, I feel.
The segregation we have done, we have to integrate it again. We have segregated everything. We have segregated the human body, we have segregated the environment, we have segregated everything, and now again we have to integrate it and move forward. Yes.
Sure.
Thank you, Dr. Neha Kakar. Now I invite Dr. Marian Sarcheva from Bolivia.
Thank you, Dr. Manoj. Good night to all of you. Thanks for this opportunity to speak with Dr. Banu. Thank you very much for your conference. It was an amazing conference. I enjoyed it a lot because I love your culture and everything that the symbolism you make the relation. It was amazing for me. So thank you very much. I believe, I am sure, that it's time to rescue all the ancestral knowledge full of wisdom from our previous cultures, where in their wisdom they knew that we were part of the nature and the world, and all the world. Not as nowadays, because now people is thinking that we are the owners of everything, of the riches of the world, and they are capable to subject everyone else. In my culture, I'm from La Paz, Bolivia. We have the Aymarian and Quechua culture. There was very wisdom on that kind of things. They believe that the human body contains the entire universe inside. And from these observations, they found the solutions to their problems. So it's a very good time to carry this message of unity, respect, and teamwork to generate healthy communities at all levels. And I'm sure that homeopathy is a fundamental area to start a healthy communities in all the world. So thanks to IFPH for doing this work. Thanks, Dr. Ganesh, and thanks, Dr. Banu. Great conference.
Thank you, ma'am. I would like to know much about South America and the countries and because we are very we are not informed about the Mayan civilization, the Machu Picchu's, and so all those knowledge we need to understand. So maybe integrating the archaeological and the historical and the religious scriptures, and that's what I call the integral knowledge. The integral knowledge is the one which will bring in peace, harmony, and the heavenly bliss for humans. So let us try to integrate and achieve. And thank you for your interest in for your Indian colleagues, and thank you for coming on today's discussion also. Thanks a lot, ma'am.
Thanks, Dr. Banu.
Dr. Maria Sheshova is our coordinator for Latin American countries, and she's doing excellent job in connecting doctors around the world. And most of the doctors from those area are just like you, PG doctors from other side, and they are converted homeopaths, converted into homeopathy. That's what. After Dr. Marine, you can add some more point on that.
Thanks, Dr. Ranesh. Yeah, thanks for the inspiration of IFPH and all the work, the teamwork that you are doing. We're creating some community in homeopathy in South America because we get connected by IFPH. So now we are starting to follow your steps because you have a very great, you all are a very great homeopathy doctors. So my desire is just to follow your steps, to be and to make a very the homeopathy the #1 medicine in all the world. So thanks for your support.
Yes. Yes, Dr. Banu Prakash, how things are going in Bangalore now? What about how the water scarcity in Bangalore can be corrected as per your observation? What can be the suggestions you can give to your government at Bangalore?
Okay, individually,
Yeah.
I have started taking bath, standing in a tub, pouring water using a sprinkler slowly and collecting all the water and putting onto the garden. So that is why how I'm saving water. And definitely, I even gave suggestion to what we say right now, maybe increase the depth of borewells and extract some water to supply to the people immediately. At the same time, people should change their mindset not to waste water and save water for others and use it very intelligently. And also, I have made suggestions to create groundwater seepage wells and planting trees as soon as the next rain starts. So that, one more thing is it weather warfare is one question which we need to address, and we need to threaten the mafia which is using harp and other technologies to create drought. So somewhere we need to that needs to be an international fight with pressure from across the board. So let us do it in all. I mean, turn every stone so that everybody is peaceful. And at the same time, urine therapy will be a good alternative if severe drought happens. So, Tabbi sir, I want to see your smile.
Yeah. So hemp seeds and moringa seeds I can arrange for you if your government demands.
Yeah, definitely. Planting moringa is a big, huge thing because they can sustain drought, they can sustain floods, and be a
Purification of water
good
also can be done.
good source of this thing. Recently, we had a case of cholera in central Bangalore. So purification of water through moringa seeds is a good thing. Maybe I'll suggest that to the government people.
Okay,
So,
hemp also you can plant everywhere, so all heavy metals will be purified. It is wonderful.
Okay.
The study is very, because in the nuclear in Russia, when it happened, they very silently planted hemp there. What is that area called? Chengor or something?
Chernobyl.
Chernobyl. They planted that complete area with hemp.
Okay.
Okay, so it is a
Send me
secret.
that article, sir. I'll forward it to people. Yeah, the policymakers.
Already the article I forwarded you, but you are not having time.
I'll go through that. Okay.
No issue. Again, I can send you.
Yes, sir.
That is, I am telling, best seeds, moringa and cannabis, I can coordinate.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay, do it on the right way. Thank you very much.
Yes, that's a good thing also.
Is Dr. Shaila the same as the health minister? No.
No.
That's a different Shaila.
She is our moderator, so in the Malayalam session. She is the language session moderator.
Okay.
Anyway, it's really a very good time to spend with you. We got a different approach in global health also.
Universal, sir.
you really spoke about the global health scenario in a different way, and that really impressed all of us in its beauty, I must say.
Thanks for the invitation. Actually, I was going through a difficult time because of my straightforward talk. I've been pulled into some litigations by police and other people. So I was feeling a bit low. Then I felt, okay, hey, there's I mean, boost
That will
recognition.
contribute more strength to you. Don't worry.
Definitely, you will become more stronger by way of criticism. This is what happened to Dr. Hahnemann and homeopathy. When they started criticizing homeopathy and Dr. Hahnemann, it grows, and now it is the number two position, achieved the number two position in the world. Now I invite Dr. Ram Prakash to say a vote of thanks to this session. You can also have a chat with Dr. Banu Prakash.
Thanks a lot for
Thank
this
you.
invitation.
Thank you, Dr. Dhaneji. Congratulations, Dr. Banu Prakash ji. Very nice presentation, excellent session. Beautiful describe this session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Very, very thanks. Behalf of IFPH. Thank you. Again, presentation. Very, very thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Definitely, we will have some more presentation from Dr. Bharat Prasad in the coming days or coming months because he's a busy practitioner, but still he is dedicating his good time for spending and to saving the human from different problems. And whenever there is a crisis situation happens, he comes out with the positive suggestions, and even he has a solution for this Bangalore drought. That is what Dr. Banu Prakash. And anyway, we hope in the coming month itself we can arrange some more presentation from you. And this is what all of I would like to add to this session. And tomorrow we will have a session from another doctor, Dr. Ritma Bhatt, and she will be talking about a well case, a well taken case is half cured. That is the subject to be discussed tomorrow. With that, we come to the end of the 1315 today of the continuous webinar. Thank you all for joining this session, and thank you, Dr. Marian from Bolivia, Dr. Neha Kaka from Delhi, and all the participants from different parts, particularly Dr. Sri Thambi Nagarjuna from Kerala, joining the session with Dr. Banu Prakash. Thank you all. Good night.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Good night.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, no, sure.
So over to Dr. Shaipi Shaila to moderate the Malayalam session. Thank you all.